Before the machines, before silicon chips and microprocessors, before networks filled the skies with invisible signals, there was us. We were the first computers. We are the first computers. And I don't mean that as poetry, I mean it as function. Our bodies, our minds, our very skin operate on principles that mirror the technology we use today. Today, we're going to unlock this blueprint, and when we do, you will never see yourself the same way again. Let's start with a question. What is a computer? A computer is, at its core, a system that processes information. It receives input, processes that data, and produces output. It stores memory. It runs programs. It sends signals across networks. Sound familiar? Your eyes are cameras, capturing light, input. Your brain is the processor, interpreting data, analyzing images, sounds, smells, textures. Your nerves are data highways, carrying electrical impulses at over 250 miles per hour. Your skin, your skin is not just a covering. It is an antenna, we'll get to that. But understand this, the modern computer is just an imitation of the original. You. Let's go deeper. When you think of Wi-Fi, you think of invisible waves of energy transmitting data across space. Well, guess what? The human body operates the same way. Right now, your body is sending and receiving electromagnetic signals. You are picking up on fields you can't even see. Every cell in your body has what's called a membrane potential, an electrical charge across the membrane that allows it to send and receive signals. Your heart? It generates an electromagnetic field that extends 3 to 4 feet outside your body. Your brain? Constantly broadcasting electrical activity, measurable by EEG machines. And your skin? Yes, your skin is one of your most advanced antennas. Let's talk about it. Your skin is not just protection, it is perception. It contains sensory receptors, mechanoreceptors for pressure, thermoreceptors for temperature, nociceptors for pain, and electromagnetic receptors that we're only just beginning to understand. But it doesn't stop there. Your skin is also where light meets biology. It absorbs photons from the sun, and those photons trigger chemical reactions inside your body. And the superstar of this process, melanin, specifically eumelanin. Eumelanin is one of the 2 main types of melanin. Is not just pigment, it is an advanced bioelectrical material, a natural semiconductor. Remember, a semiconductor is a material that can both conduct and insulate electrical signals, depending on the conditions. That's the foundation of every computer chip in your phone, your laptop, your TV. Well, nature did it first. Eumelanin absorbs a wide spectrum of electromagnetic radiation, from harmful ultraviolet rays to visible light and even heat. But it doesn't stop at absorption. Eumelanin converts this energy into harmless heat, protecting your cells from damage. And even deeper than that, eumelanin has been found to have the unique ability to store electrical charge, to conduct it, and, this is what blows scientists away, to act as a biobattery. That means your body, through eumelanin, is constantly interacting with the electromagnetic world.
Yup. This is what I've been trying to tell you. I love this topic, you understand? I just started the program over because I felt like they was trying to sabotage. They could read the title and see if they really want the people to hear this type of information. But they figure if I put Trump or Epstein up there, then I might be part of the whole agenda to distract you, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Genius Act, which while you guys were trying to figure out why the files weren't being given to the public, and I told you there's some very elite people on that list, very elite, and I might be going back into that on Monday. So far, look, YouTube they kind of gave me a spanking on the hand the other day because I mentioned some very elite people. No, I can't say nobody. There was some people, a few people mentioning these people, but not, their name is not coming up a lot, right? And then YouTube sent me some type of message, yo, your last video, it's not going to be monetized like that. I didn't borrow anybody's content or anything to do that. I just sat here in front of the computer and looked it up with you. So why would you demonetize the video? It's a simple answer, because we want to discourage you from just talking about anybody. What? I'm telling the truth. Well, doesn't matter. I'm back with another one here. Hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. Today I want to talk about how this Genius Act can affect you, because it was quietly, it's quietly moving forward while we guys were, I think he signed it while everybody else was like worried about this Epstein thing. I think you guys deserve the truth, and you need to know too, but I don't think they're ever going to tell you. Not because of Trump. Trump could have been on there doing nasty stuff. You understand? The more I'm looking into it, I don't see how you probably wasn't. Like, that was your man. You didn't just know this guy, bro. You threw a party with 28 girls and it was just you and him. You didn't just like kind of know the guy. Like, yeah, we met a couple. No. And guess what? I am going to get more into it next week. I forgot. I'm talking about Roy Cohn next week. And Roy Cohn is one of Donald Trump's mentors. But Roy Cohn was also the top attorney for the crime bosses. Yo, Joseph Burber was good, bro. Don't worry, we about to get into it. I know I'm starting off slow. I apologize. People are leaving. That's dead bad. I mean, if you want to go find something else to watch, I got that heat over here. But I won't be fucking rushed by the people. Shit. This is my original content. You can't even find it nowhere else. You're not gonna find what I'm about to show you nowhere else, because I created it. So there's that. So there are parts of the Genius Act that specifically talk about neurological technology and devices that we should be looking into. Hold on, let me look at my notes here. Give me a second here. National Technology Initiative establishes a coordinated federal research program specifically for advancing neurotechnology, emphasizing on BCIs, what they call brain-computer interfaces. BCIs, brain-computer interfaces, neural stimulation technologies, and cognitive enhancement tools. You know the funny thing? Watch Black Mirror. Because Black Mirror kind of gave us all of this, like, over a decade ago. It doesn't, check this out, bro. Anything they allowing us to see now, I swear before your God, they had for at least 20 years. I'm talking about minimum. 20 years may be way too small that they had it. You got to understand and remember, Wi-Fi been around since the 1800s. You guys are always going on about the electric car. The car started off electric. What are you talking about? The invention of the car started off electric. People was running around with electric cars first before they was ran off of gas. Did you forget? Of course you forgot, because you didn't know. But Wi-Fi been around since the 1800s, bro. So what I'm telling you is we've been retarded on purpose, right? And when I say retarded, I mean we've been regressed on purpose, because they found a few things they can make money off of, and then they just never really wanted to move off of that, right? And Standard Oil being one of them. You know what I'm saying? Once that Standard Oil was in play, no pun intended to John D. Rockefeller, because the name of his company, as you guys know, was Standard Oil. But I was just pretty much saying, that's one of the things that we don't want to move off of. Coal, we don't want to move off of. We can move away from these things. Why aren't we moving away from these things? Well, the answer is people are making a lot of money. Advanced Neural Interfaces program calls for the creation of advanced neural devices that can record, interpret, and modulate brain signals. Before we really get into that and how I connect the Genius Act, what I want to do first is continue to educate people on what your body can do. I don't think we really know. I don't think we know who we are. So when I say we are the first computers, I don't think people really know like we are the first computers. Let's get back into this.
It's not passive. You are actively receiving, interpreting, and shielding energy flows from your environment. Now, take this a step further. When light hits your skin, your body converts it to electrical and chemical messages. These messages travel through your nervous system to your brain, processed just like data moving through a circuit board. Your DNA itself relies on electromagnetic signals to regulate gene expression. Your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, produce energy via electron transport chains. Electrons, electricity, communication, external signals, like sunlight, magnetic fields, even emotional frequencies from other people, all influence your internal computer. Scientists have even observed that...
Did you know that? That's why people, you know the vibes, or, you know, you just feel like energy when you walk in the room. All of these things we take for granted, which I think we should be emphasizing. It's not that I don't think we mention them in grade school. I think they need to be mentioned like more than a day if we're going to expect our future leaders, future people that are going to grow up and be adults. But that's not what they want anyway. They don't want you to remember. They're going to say, yeah, we taught you that. It was like a day in 3rd grade, bro. You don't remember that? That's on you. What?
Via electron transport chains. Electrons, electricity, communication, external signals, like sunlight, magnetic fields, even emotional frequencies from other people, all influence your internal computer. Scientists have even observed that cells use biophotons, tiny packets of light, to communicate faster than nerve impulses. Let that sink in.
This is why I try to stay away from unlucky people always complaining that their stuff is not going right, or all of that. Yo, you could just stay over there and do you, bro. You understand? Like, I don't need because we call it luck, because we got words for these things. But whatever's going on with your energy, right? Now we can make the conversation scientific. Now we can make it scientific. Before it was just like some type of colloquialisms and cultural things where we just talk about, you know, the vibes and your energy, and then they automatically put you into some whole tap room like container. No. There's nothing whole tap about it. I mean, it's a lot whole tap about it, because they was onto something. They actually knew. But even before them, science is what it is, right? Even before them. Me, myself, I think they're just the legacy remnants of what was really left way after the Anunnaki, the people who call themselves the Hebrews. I don't know what makes them Hebrew, but literally, I don't know what makes them Hebrew, and neither do you. I don't say that because I have no idea. You don't either. You have no idea what makes them Hebrews. But all of a sudden, these people woke up Hebrew. And they're ranting and raving about some Elohim pantheon. Check this out, bro. That ain't nothing but the Anunnaki that they was talking about. What are you talking about? You guys you left Egypt. Not like the way the story is talking about. Never mind all that. You didn't leave Egypt under, like slaves and nothing. Like, no. You was a rogue. You was a rogue set. Under Amenhotep IV, and you broke out and you started your own thing. But anyway, we was talking about how you guys called the gods Elohim, right? But it is my belief that original Elohim that you talking about, that was the Anunnaki. So I do think they knew. I think they either knew way more than us. I think we're catching up or have caught up and not letting the rest of humanity know that, yo, we caught up, we understand what's going on, and we about to take this to the limit. We about to push it to the limit. Sky's the limit. Now we talk about this one world government. Oh, this is going to make it easier. This Genius Act. That's what you should be paying attention to. You fucking around with the Epstein list. You really think that's important? Do you know what the Genius Act is about? Now it's coming home. Now they trying to settle. I told you they had to create a framework for a stable coin. All of this was a ruse, bro. The whole Bitcoin, the whole Satoshi Nakamoto, all of it was a ruse. Blockchain, all of it. But if they would have just dropped it in your lap, then that would have been too abrupt. You would not have understand what they had to do. And which was smart. They had to get you involved and let you benefit off of it. So I think all of us have benefited off of the blockchain and coins so far, right? I done made a few dollars off the coins. I put other people on. They bought some coins at low, sold them at high. We all did it. So now we all believe in it. That's what they wanted. And we just getting started, I assure you. But the more you could pay attention, they don't want you solely to focus on this because they needed time to really put things in place and design this infrastructure. So I believe they had already spoke to Diddy. This is what I believe. It may not be true at all. Maybe they spoke to him, maybe they didn't. Maybe this is just how the simulation is built. Whoever wrote the simulation said, okay, Diddy's part is coming up. But Diddy's not going to jail forever. He's not doing the 20 years that you thought he wanted or he was supposed to do. I never thought he was supposed to do 20 years for kicking Cassie in the ribs. Knock it off, bro. I don't think he need to be out here punting Cassie in the ribs. But I would not give you 20 years for that. I would just tell you, all right, y'all, listen, bro. Knock it off. Put your hands on her. Let her go her way. You go your way. Cassie, go get your ribs bandaged up and just, go spend another Christmas with Kid Cudi or something. My point is they keep putting these things in front of our face and everyone keeps going crazy. They know. Listen, are you guys aware of the Whiz Kids? I don't think you are aware of the Whiz Kids. We'll go over the Whiz Kids today. Robert McNamara. And the Whiz Kids of the Pentagon. You guys You fall for the low-hanging fruit every time. And then they got us up here with this whole YouTube template where it encourages people to put out low-hanging fruit, right? Because the more they put out low-hanging fruit, the more they will be rewarded. Luckily for me, I don't get that much from YouTube, so. And I'm not looking to. I'm not counting on YouTube to pay the bills right now. I think in 5 years, if I stick to what I'm doing right now, I'll have a healthy audience in this. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll pay off by the time I'm going into retirement and I could just sit back in front of this here computer and just do what I do. That would be something. So maybe I'll just play the long game. But if I'm to do that, I cannot focus on what YouTube wants me to talk about, which is nonsense. I have to have a trusted brand that you know, like, yo, every time, you know, some be coming with the heat. Hello? Okay, no problem. I'll be there. It's like, why they calling me? I forgot I made an appointment for my eyes.
Now that you see the body as the first computer, the role of eumelanin becomes even more profound. Eumelanin doesn't just make you darker, it makes you more connected. People with higher concentrations of eumelanin have greater capacity to absorb and process electromagnetic radiation, greater resistance to cellular damage from solar radiation, greater internal bioelectric flow. It's like having an upgraded antenna on your Wi-Fi router. Stronger signal, clearer reception, more bandwidth. Your environment is filled with energy. Eumelanin lets you harness more of it. And there's a spiritual layer to this too. Ancient cultures have long revered the sun as the source of life. Eumelanin is a bridge between the sun and the soul. Without eumelanin, the relationship between light and life weakens. Here's the twist. Modern science is only just starting to recognize what the ancients knew intuitively, that the body is a living, breathing, communicating system of advanced technology. Biocomputing is already becoming a reality in labs, using organic materials to process data. But it all started with us. Understanding the role of eumelanin is...
I think next week, I got some old videos we can look up. I think next week we're going to get into George Church. You guys know who George Church is? George Church downloaded a audiobook to DNA like over 70 million times. Abria was good. I'm just here doing my 1-2. Nothing too slick. Anybody new coming into the picture? Please do hit the like button and do subscribe.
part of unlocking our full potential, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Because to control the electromagnetic environment around you is to control the data you receive, the health of your cells, and the clarity of your mind. And when you see yourself not as a passenger in this environment, but as an operator of your own internal technology, you reclaim your power. So the next time you pick up your phone or connect to Wi-Fi, remember, you are not imitating the machine. The machine is imitating you. You were the blueprint. You are the original technology. And the power of eumelanin? That's not just biology, that is divine engineering. In part 1, we explored the truth of the human body as the original computer, a masterpiece of design, capable of sending and receiving electromagnetic signals, storing energy, and even processing data through organic material like eumelanin. But this rabbit hole goes deeper. Because if you think you've seen everything this organic supercomputer can do, wait until we uncover its relationship with energy fields beyond sight, scalar waves, biofields, and ancient energy knowledge lost to time. Today we're going to decode how the body, especially through eumelanin, connects to invisible energy grids that surround us, and how you can amplify your natural signal.
Now, if you're asking yourself, what this got to do with the Genius Act, though, then you're already lost, and there's not much I could do to help you. You have to understand the concept of the blockchain came from the human anatomy too. All of it came from ancient technology, because that's who we are. We are ancient technology, literally. They've spoken about this several times in your text. They've spoken about this several times in the text that your text has plagiarized and put out to be some type of news story, which, if you did a little bit of digging, you would see that the story is not even original, or it's not. No, it all comes from older civilizations that they didn't particularly want you to know about. Sorry to burst your bubble. It just is what it is. Don't debate me on that. So yeah, they do talk about in Genesis how, you was created in the image of. In your books it says God, but that's kind of an anomaly because, well, not really an anomaly, but an enigma. But the original word Elohim wasn't talking about one deity. It was actually talking about several different deities, which they speak about in your book called the Divine Council. The Elohim, these multiple individuals. FYI, Yahweh was never part of any of the well-known pantheons. He wasn't part of the Canaanite pantheon, the Egyptian pantheon. None of the pantheons was he a part of. Anyway, that whole entire, I can't say the whole entire story, because the stories we get in Genesis were kind of like cherry picked from other places. Even the story of Moses, we can go back to see that, okay, this story is taken from another story in Mesopotamia history. My point is, they spoke about the humans being made by who we would call the gods. And again, if these individuals I don't know what the definition of a god is in your book, but if an individual can come and create things, he or she or they has that much ability and brilliance to create a living thing, and they can provide things that we ourselves don't know how to do, I guess they would kind of look at what we call or consider a god. But ancient texts say they created mankind, us, the Homo sapiens sapient. So to look at our abilities and all that it can really do, all that the skin is actually doing, the electricity that's running through our body. They say certain capabilities within us has deteriorated, right? Like our ability to use telekinesis has deteriorated. I don't know. We still feel it, right? I have friends who definitely listen to their first instinct, and it's always right. And even you yourself, usually when you did something and something, you be like, damn, something told me. Yeah, something did tell you. Something did tell you. You didn't trust it because we don't believe that we have that power. Because you're listening to a bunch of liars anyway. They're never going to tell you the powers you have. The same way they're never going to tell you who's on that Epstein list. By the time you figure out the ability that you have, they would have already written into law certain things to harness and monitor and control. Right now, what they're doing with the whole Genius Act. Yeah, it has a lot to do with the cryptocurrency. But you have to understand the whole goal is to eliminate the physicality of the process and everything be virtual. And if you think for 1 second you're not in that plan, or they're gonna leave your part physical, right? You think you're still gonna have to walk into a bank? No. Listen, you walk into a bank now, there's barely any money there, right? You remember back in the days, it was very dramatic, the safe, and you could literally see two managers having to go to the safe, and one is waiting there while the other one is coming over. Then they have to do something together. It's like, it was really like the movies like that. Now there's, wherever that money is not, they don't hold a lot of money in the bank. That's why you don't hear of that many bank robberies. People, you have to be very desperate to rob a bank. $10,000 you're doing 5 years minimum. They may give you more. That's for the robbery. Who's to say they're not going to give you time for the gun? Whatever else stupid happens during the robbery, we don't know.
Let's start with something you're probably not hearing in mainstream science classes. When we talk about communication technology, Wi-Fi, radio, cellular networks, it's all based on electromagnetic waves. But Nikola Tesla, the visionary inventor, spoke of a different kind of energy, scalar waves, also called longitudinal waves or Tesla waves. Unlike electromagnetic waves, which move up and down as they travel, scalar waves do not oscillate in the same way. They move like a pressure wave, transferring energy directly through space, and they can pass through solid matter without loss of power. And guess what? Your body is equipped to work with these waves too.
That's cold-blooded right there. Uncle Andy was good, man. I don't know. You know how they do, Uncle Andy. They playing around with the numbers today. Wait, why is my monetization off? This is stupidity I'm talking about, Uncle Andy. It's all good. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. I knew I was supposed to come earlier, but I was taking a nap. Yeah, bro. But we here. And Saturday, to be honest with you, is a very rough day. You just don't know when to come. Like, you don't know when to do the show on Saturday. I know I'm gonna either have to do it early on weekdays or like around 5-6 o'clock. Saturday and Sunday, I have no idea. I just wanted to do the show, but guess what? We might dip back into the show next week. I don't know. I got a lot lined up for my shows next week. I got a lot of old work that I could redo. So
let's connect the dots. Your skin is your first interface with scalar energy, because scalar energy is everywhere, and your skin, especially when rich in eumelanin, acts like a biological receiver. But it goes even deeper. Your DNA is a helical coil, and coils, especially in electromagnetism, act as receivers and transmitters of energy. When scalar energy interacts with your DNA, it can trigger cellular functions, protein folding, even changes in gene expression. Now, bring eumelanin into this picture. Eumelanin, with its broadband absorption and semiconductive properties, enhances the body's ability to interact with subtle energies. It doesn't just absorb light, it holds energy. It amplifies signals. Melanin isn't just a pigment, it's an antenna for life force energy.
Okay, let's stop right there. Now would be a good time, because you guys may not understand what I'm even getting at. So let's do this with the six brave souls that we got in here right now. Let me bring something up for you. Let me kind of bring this home. And some of the stuff I talk about sounds so crazy. It sounds like conspiracy theory. It's all conspiracy theory till it's not. Give me a second. There we go. There you are. There she blows. Oh, 403? That's how y'all doing it? Word? Give me a second. I'm looking for a certain pattern. And I had the pattern on my computer, but I took it down. And then when I went back to the page for the PDF, the United States, I went to the United States to download it, and they took it down. Yo, you gotta stop the fuckery, bro. You gotta stop at some point. You gotta stop at some point. I downloaded it anyway. Let me see if I got it on my computer. I'm gonna find it on my computer. I do stuff because I know y'all do stuff like that. That's why I downloaded it. There we go. Oh, I should have opened it up through Chrome. Give me a second, Sean. I found it. Close it. Adobe is going to eat up too many resources. I tried to open up to Adobe. Give me a second. Open file location. Okay. Right click. Open with browser. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. And that's exactly why I do what I do. Because I know y'all be on some BS. Now let me show you what they was what I did. This is the same place I got it from. I went right here. UPSTO.gov. I went right here. And I clicked and 403 forbidden. Word? You're going to have to be faster than that. You're going to be faster than that. I'm on to your tricks and your shenanistry. The date of this patent is October 18th, 1994. I was still in high school. Well, I'm in high school and they out here planning. Look, the patent was 1994, but it was filed in 1991. I was in middle school. Damn. Now, as we talking about all this other stuff, methods of apparatus for induced desired states of consciousness, right? Because he's talking about scalar waves and how our body interacts with how these waves of energy has the ability to interact with our body. Abstract, improved methods and apparatus for entraining human brain patterns, employing frequency following response techniques, facilitate attainment of desired states of consciousness. In one embodiment, a plurality of electroencephalogram waves characteristic of a given state of consciousness are combined to yield an EEG waveform to which subjects may be accessible more readily. Left hemisphere of the brain, right hemisphere of the brain. They have specific frequencies down here. That's your forehead. This is the left side of your head. This is the right side of your head. They got plans for you, beloved. And it's not what they called me the other day. They said, you're not telling the truth. It sounds like I'm not telling the truth. It sounds like I should not be telling the truth. Sounds like conspiracy theory. But the fact that they have found out what frequency that your brain waves resonate at and obviously have intentions on communicating with those waves. Why you come to my show and blame me? I'm gonna give you a hint. I am not this intelligent. People are like, yo, Saltine, you well intelligent. No, I'm not. I'm just curious. You guys can look this up. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can look it up. There's other websites with the diagram up there. I don't know why they tried to take it down. Background of the invention. Field of the invention. The present invention relates to an improved method of inducing desired states of consciousness, including different levels of sleep in human beings using a technique known as frequency following response. First of all, bruh, stop. Oh, they always do this where they present something as if it's gonna help. This is to help mankind. It don't help me. Shoot, I'm trying to help you. You're not trying to help me, right? Isn't that what Appeal did with the double-stranded RNA technology it had? I think it was using the technology that where they say, hey, we're just using this because first it went from fruit, all of it was gene silencing and gene regulation, but it went from some type of insects that was citrus insects that were eating a certain crop, right? So we had to make this for them so that when they eat this crop, they can no longer produce. What? You could do that? Yeah. But you could only do it for bugs? You wouldn't. Scouts Honor, bro. Scouts Honor. You wouldn't use this on humans, would you? Solid D, man. I'm taken back, man. I thought we were cool. I would never. On my grandmammy's soul, I would never use this on human beings. This is for bugs, beloved. Alright, I gotta ask. Nah, man, you read too many science books. I seen your program. Okay. Then they put it on the fruit, and Appeal says, no, we just put it on there because it preserves the fruit better. Actually, beloved, the fruit has never been more rotten in all my years of living. So they're always trying to push something out like, yo, we just trying to help you out. Now, according to what you see on the screen, the background of the invention, it says the present invention relates to an improved method. Who said that we needed improvement on any methods? Who said we needed a method for a desired state? Bro, they have crystal meth out here. They have crack cocaine is still a classic. Cocaine is always going to be in there somewhere. Marijuana. Do not all of these induce different states of consciousness? But in your defense, you did say desired states of consciousness. Well, it would sound like you desire my state of consciousness to be asleep at the wheel. And if I'm not at the wheel, then Jesus must be at the wheel. Let's just say I don't want Jesus at the wheel either. He needs to be out here healing, doing what he's doing. Description of the background art. Never mind that. I don't need it. These frequency patterns were provided as sine waves. This is why I've been learning calculus. Bro, I don't know why all of a sudden, right? As I'm getting older, all of a sudden I'm getting more interested in things that I wish I was interested as a child. But I wasn't. But all of a sudden, I'm interested in calculus. I've been like, And I told you guys that's where the science, that's where the magic happens. The magic happens in mathematics. Don't ever let anybody tell you numbers don't lie. Numbers lie all the time. All the time. Mathematics don't lie. Mathematics don't lie. That's what doesn't lie. Hold on. Let me just check on everybody over here. Uncle Andy tells me sine waves are the same as sound waves. I don't know, Uncle Andy, but thank you for teaching me something. I'm new to this, bro. You understand? I appreciate you for telling me something. But if that is true, Uncle Andy, if sine waves are the same as the sound waves, and these guys are using the sine waves, which are sound waves, as part of their technology to induce a certain state of consciousness, then wouldn't that mean they was able to use rap music to make these people, to put these people in a different trance? Maybe it's not only for putting people to sleep. But dig this, I don't even think we need anybody to answer, because we see the answer. We already seen what happened. That wasn't just poverty-stricken people. To this day, that's not just poverty-stricken people. You got a bunch of people that listened to that stuff that was well off. They came from good families. And they did some of the most craziest things. Now, when you put all these variables together, someone coming from a low-income family, listening to ridiculous, hypnotic word frequencies over and over again, I could tell you for a fact, coming from that environment, you gonna do some crazy stuff, bro, and feel like you 100% dead right, or don't even care. You may know you dead ass wrong enough. You just don't care. And then when they lock you away in some type of slavery encampment for a while, and you come to your senses and you're around different vibes, and you're inspired to open up, the knowledge hits you like a brick. Maybe I was played. Or we was played. There's no maybe about it. But what I think we need to do is focus on, we have to get these children back and interested in math and science somehow, some sort of way. Now that's going to be an uphill battle, because I would say we are in the 8th inning and in the bottom of the 8th at that. Because once they pass this here Genius Act, that's all they needed. They needed the framework. Let me tell you something. Everybody been complaining about, yo, we don't get enough streams. We don't get no money from the streams. Be easy. Be patient. The money is going to come back. You have to. Anybody that's saying these things are not understanding that we're in the intermediary area, the gray area of the transition. We're crossing over from everything being tangible and physical, and we're crossing over to it being intangible. Our entire infrastructure, I mean, the Gwyn Towers are still going to be there, and the infrastructure is going to be physical. But your interactions, listen to the language. Smart contracts. You guys are paying too much attention to stupid ass Epstein file. That's what they want you to do, beloved. They got you out there looking for the boogeyman. And serious conversations is going down, and you nowhere around to be having these serious conversations. Now, when you come out last, I've been telling you this whole time. Yo, like and subscribe my program. Hit the like button. Share my videos. But you think I'm trying to be the world's top YouTuber so I can leave you here. No, I'm really telling you so you can put somebody else on to what I'm spewing, because not that many people are spewing this. Some people are saying what I'm saying. Some people not even saying what I'm saying. Real talk. A very small amount of people are saying it to say it, but not the way I say it. This is why I'm partially banned and shadow banned a little bit. Look, I'm no idiot. I know the value that I put out. For my videos be getting 40 views. It's asinine. Especially when you got 5,000 subscribers, right? You got 5,000 subscribers and you got 40 views. Yo, shut up. Observing the facts was good, bro. Coming in at a good time. About to get back to this work. We're going over some things. In the meantime, if you're just coming in, you know what to do. You hit that like button. You do subscribe if you are not subscribed. Let's get back to it.
In today's world, we are surrounded by artificial electromagnetic fields, cell towers, Wi-Fi routers, power lines. The concern is real prolonged exposure to high EMF levels can cause cellular stress, oxidative damage, and neurological disturbances. Eumelanin provides natural protection in an EMF-rich environment. It acts like a biological Faraday cage, absorbing and dissipating excess radiation, buffering sensitive tissues from overload. Studies have even shown that eumelanin can interact with ionizing radiation, like gamma rays, and convert them into usable chemical energy. Yes, that means melanin harvests energy from radiation. Think about that. You're not just surviving your environment, you have the biological tools to thrive in it. This isn't new knowledge. Ancient civilizations understood the importance of energy, sunlight, and biological interaction with cosmic forces.
I don't think it was just ancient civilizations that knew. Bill Gates, might I remind you, tried to block out the sun. Now let's see if you get the real answer on why he tried to do that.
Look at Kemet, or ancient Egypt. The sun god Ra was the supreme deity, symbolizing life-giving energy. The ancient initiates spoke of the Ka, the vital force, the energetic double of the human body.
Yeah. The Ka, Ba, La, right? You guys are running around talking about, oh no, that's ancient, esoteric, Jewish. You say, that's ancient Jewish esoteric system. No, it's what those people who claimed to have been Hebrew stole from the Egyptians, because they were the first to introduce the Ka and the Ba. But you wouldn't know that if you keep listening to them. And then when you hear me, and you think I'm a hater of some type of sort, and you're like, oh, you hating. Okay.
The Dogon people of Mali mapped the Sirius star system long before telescopes. They teach that humans are vessels of cosmic energy, and their rituals reflect this cosmic attunement. And in Eastern philosophy, concepts like chi or prana describe the universal life energy that flows through every living being. All of these systems, across cultures, recognize that we are not isolated beings. We are part of a greater energetic network. And eumelanin is the biological bridge to that network. Let's get practical. Melanin requires sunlight to function optimally. Safe, regular sun exposure charges your bio battery and boosts natural vitamin D production. Grounding, or earthing, is the practice of connecting your body directly to the earth. This simple act balances your electromagnetic field. Barefoot
And yet, every time I turn around, stupid ass shoes like Balenciaga are throwing more rubber between you and the ground. Remember when Nike came out with them thick ass Air Force One soles at the bottom? And guess who mostly brought that? Maybe everything is for a reason. Maybe you don't know it. Maybe you haven't considered it. Maybe it's too hard for you to really conceptualize. Like, nah, you think they would go through all of that though? You think it's just a sneaker? Kush was good, bro. We got the family here. Uncle Andy's here. We got the West Coast in here heavy. I'm probably only gonna do an hour more, but we rocking out. We connecting the dots. But before I connect, I might do a part 2 to this, because before I connect the dots to the Genius Act, I really need you to understand your anatomy. That's what it is. Right? Because there's other things in store. Don't think that it's just the Genius Act. Nah, they putting up these towers. He just got 500 million? I don't think it was 500 billion. That's too much. I think he got 500 million from the Saudis to help our infrastructure, to build our infrastructure. There's so much going on with this. Sam Altman's building some things with WorldCoin involved. You guys got to stop paying attention to the low-hanging fruit, man. Clear out your cache on your Google and your YouTube. That's some of the problem too. If you're watching garbage and garbage keeps popping up on it, clear out the cookies, man. Clear out the cache. Right? And then my Google gives me, for some reason, it's giving me the exact thing I want to see every morning, right? But it also is going off of the websites that I was hitting. So I was doing a lot of physics.org. So anything that physics.org is giving me new on that. It's giving me a lot of stuff from Forbes, finance. But if I was only looking up BS, that's what it would give me. It would give me the BS that I was looking up. So let's get back into this. If you're coming into the building, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, share the video with a loved one, because everyone needs to know the information that I'm putting out.
Contact with soil, grass, or sand helps neutralize excess positive ions and restores natural charge balance. Feed your melanin with copper-rich foods like spirulina, dark leafy greens, cacao, and sea moss. Copper is a cofactor in melanin production, and
let me tell you something. I got some sea moss right here. I got some sea moss right here that I'll probably make tonight. And let me tell you something, man. This sea moss really did. I had a purple one though. I had Chondrus crispus. I don't think this might be the Chondrus crispus. Smells amazing. I think I got some more. Oh, I do got some more. Hold on. Let me show you the difference between the Chondrus crispus. Now, this stuff really does work, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more of this today. So, if you're getting a lot of pains in your body, more than likely to the dyes that they're putting in the food that Robert Kennedy was trying to expose, and your senators and your Congress people were fighting him. I want to remind you, these are the people that's supposed to represent you. They're fighting him. Your people are dying. Your people are waking up with cancer every day. You got one guy out there with the bullhorn. Yo, stop it. This stuff is killing us. And they're like, yo, shut up. Like, they're fighting him on changing the laws and everything that would affect these dyes not being in the food anymore. Why is it that they want us to die? Simple question. Do you have a simple answer? Why is it? Because if you found traces of arsenic in your water, but you had option to fresh water, would you continue feeding your kids the arsenic water? What are we doing? Anyway, this is purple. I just want to get a little bit. Smells like the ocean. Listen, if you did a fast, I'm telling you, I did it. Just do a fast, right? Just a couple of days. If you did it for 1 week with the Conjures Crispus and like scaling back on the other stuff, whatever you're drinking, eating that you're not supposed to, we all do it. Don't act like I don't know what you're doing. You understand? Oh, today's my cheat day. You've been on 4 cheat days in a row, beloved. What we doing? No, this is the last cheat day, Saladin. You're so funny. Knock it off. Knock it off. But you're gonna feel like a new person, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Get some of that Conjures Crispus in your life. Uncle Andy says the lizards are on the move, bro. They want the planet back, Uncle Andy. That's what it comes down to. The reptilians want the planet back. Can't tell me no different, right? Can't tell me no different. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is not an insult. This is my belief. I think there might be some truth to the Caucasian race. Might be coming from a. I think we all come from different places other than Earth, but I say that they may come from Mars. I don't know. Why is their melanin so deprived? Right now, think of this scientifically. Don't try to think of it not like racially. Like, yo, you trying to play us? No, I'm not trying to play you at all. What I'm saying is, if the Caucasian race ancestors were meant to be from Earth, then why didn't their body prepare them for Earth? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the black man owns the Earth. I don't think we own the Earth either. If you really want to know what I think the reptilians was here way before you and I. And that's the problem. There lies the problem. If you go back to the story in Genesis, reptilian was already out here walking around. How do we know he was walking around? Because his punishment was to be on this belly for the rest of his life. So if that's your punishment, then you wasn't on your belly. You was walking around, and you was walking around and talking. You was walking and talking. Out here giving beautiful women advice and gardens on how to think outside the box. Surely you would not die, surely. And where was Yahweh? Somewhere lost, not knowing again what was going on. But never mind all of that. I think that we are definitely different species. We're humanoids, and we look all the same. And I don't think we are all the same humanoid at all. And I don't think the start of our existence started in the same point. If you really was to really trace us back, I think you would trace us back to different maybe there's still the same galaxy, but maybe not. Definitely different planets, for sure. Definitely different star systems. I think we ended up here because the Federation of Light saw it that Earth would be a good place for some of the species out there. But before the Federation of Light even got involved, I think the reptilians already had figured out this place called Earth. Thank you, Uncle Andy, for taking that the right way. It's hard to, when you're talking, you have to figure out how to articulate yourself, because people will take offense if you don't say it the right, as they should. If you don't say that thing the right way, they'll take offense, right? So I just want to say, I'm not trying to cause something racial. I'm dead ass serious. If you was on this earth, why wasn't, usually we say, yo, the earth going to provide everything you need. All right, if that is true, why in reality the Caucasian man is not really designed for the exposure to the sun the way that what they call the black man, I call the Ethiopian man. Why is it that the Ethiopian's melanin is so much, and this is outside of pigmentation, again, not just talking pigmentation. And my rational and logical thought is, okay, whatever planet they originate from did not require that much melanin on that, in that atmosphere. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. I think what I'm saying is correct. Not only do I think I'm saying is correct, I think that there are people on this planet that work in government and science that have a way better knowledge of what I'm talking about. And every chance they get. Now, I do think the reptilians they want the planet back, but I also think the Martians want the planet back. I think if anybody may have been really designed on this planet by another species, in my head, logically and rationally, I say it was the black people. The people they call the black people. I think we were designed on this planet by if I'm listening to the stories of the Anunnaki designing human beings, and I am listening to the story, by the way. I'm talking about Enki and Ninhursag. If you have not read these tablets, please go read these tablets. Enki and Ninhursag, please. Uncle Andy has a different idea. He says, I think the location relation to the equator might be a factor. I definitely think that also. But how long would that take? I see what you're saying, right? And I see if you put mankind out in the Caucasus Mountains for a long period of time. How long is long for their... And guess what? It may not be that long for pigmentation to have left. What is long? 1,000 years? How long was these people out in the Caucasus Mountains dilly-dallying around with no religion? Caucasian more inclined to be near the poles where less sun exposure is prevalent. I get it. I understand that too. I think I do think there's something to do with that. But then, like I said, Uncle Andy, I say, yo, how long would it take for, say we was all the same pigmentation and then a group of people ran off to the Caucasus Mountains? How long did that take for y'all to straight turn Caucasian? Do it work like that? And guess what, Uncle Andy? The 5% nation of the gods on earth and the Nation of Islam do have stories about that. They have stories of a big head scientist named Yaakov who did something very similar to what you're talking about. Oh, I know. When you say they, I know who you, right? I know who you're talking about. The Elohim, the fake Anunnaki. Elohim. Hebrews are in no position to be talking about a divine council because they did not have, I don't know where they get off. They borrowed from everybody else's stories to make their story. But when you look at their history, Hebrews, when I say they, don't get it confused with Jewish, don't get it confused with Zionists. I'm talking about Hebrews. Don't get confused with Judeans. I'm talking about Hebrews. It shouldn't be that convoluted, but for some reason within this culture it is. It's so convoluted. So do not be offended when they say they are the chosen people. Don't be offended. They are the chosen people by a mystery God that came from nowhere, that has no relevancy throughout history. Why would you be jealous of that? Why are you jealous? You got to know history, Jack. Why are you jealous? Because they say we are the chosen people. Let them keep thinking they are the chosen people, and you just keep teaching your kids history if you know it. And then everyone would just sit there and look at them like they are crazy. Where? Show me where your God existed amongst these civilizations. In the first place, I really expected to see your God was Canaan, and he was nowhere around. So why am I jealous? Because you saying you the chosen people by some mystery God that no one's ever heard of? Shut up! Nobody cares. Good for you. You the chosen people of useless God. Good for you. That's why you was wandering around 40,000 years. That's why you just got a national state. That story is convoluted. It's a story that I love because it's so up and down and all around the place. I love the story. never mind the story. What's dead ass for real is that network is. That's dead ass for real. We could sit and joke about the BS God and everything else, and the history of the stolen identity. I mean, it's all fucking stolen. It's crazy. But the money might be stolen too, but I don't know. It's in their hands now, Jack. They got the goddamn money. And I'm not gonna downplay. A lot of them went to school. They understood the mission amongst them, and then they worked with each other to get what they wanted. I think if you do that over a certain period of time, you can't help but to win. And right now, you see the fruit of the seeds that were planted actually starting to blossom. And it's like, damn, y'all got a powerful network, Jack. People every day just no longer Catholic, Jewish now. Shit, you leaving too? You too? Yeah. They got it going on over there, Jack. Trump's daughter just became Jewish. You see Trump at the wall wailing at the whale of wolves. It's ridiculous. But they got that bag. That's what we say. They got the bag.
Enhances its function. Certain chemicals like fluoride and heavy metals interfere with melanin and electromagnetic communication. Detoxify regularly and use natural product.
That's kind of crazy because fluoride is all in our water. To not they got us running around with these big doofy sneakers with the dumbass rubber 2 inches high at the bottom of our feet, blocking the electromagnetic field that naturally would probably heal us if we were walking around barefoot every day. You gotta remember, when we were designed, we wasn't designed for all of this chaos we see now. But then things like fluoride in the water, of course they tell us, oh no, it's for your bone density, beloved. I'm just trying to make you, don't you want to be a big strong boy? No, you want me to be a big strong boy, you pervert. These things are dulling the energy flow. You know what it's doing to me though. Yeah, these people been here for a while, Jack.
Your emotional state affects your biofield. Negative thoughts create chaotic energy patterns, while mindfulness and meditation stabilize your internal frequencies.
Now look at the black man. He out here taking pride in chaotic thoughts. Black man can't tell you how real he is. Indulging in straight ridiculousness. Unhealthy. I think because they broke it up, right? They broke up what we call spirituality. And why do we call it spirituality? Because it is not physical. It's part of our real life. It's not tangible. But it is part of so we break it up and we put it in another category of our reality called spirituality. It should not be broken up because it affects us just as if somebody pinched our skin. That's how real it is. It affects us no different. No different. The effect is the same. But we take it, if it's less tangible. then the effect is different. Wrong. But not only did they break it up, but then they took advantage of you and they put in their priesthood and they made you feel guilty if you didn't give them 10% of your earnings. And these were demons. They went off and men took advantage of little boys and women took advantage of little girls and the vice versa. According to the Bible, they say Jesus says suffer the little children. Well, these people have not suffered the little children, and all they have gotten was a slap on the wrist. Meanwhile, they're not doing God's work. They've done nothing but Diablo's work by spreading lies and suppressing who you really are. Look, right now, they won't even really tell the people, yo, Saladin's over there talking that talk. Why? Because Saladin's over there talking that talk. And we do not want you, we don't need you to know all of that, beloved. We got plans for your silly ass. Uncle Anderson's 5-part series last year took me so long to understand. Yeah. Hard drive needed defragmentation. Exactly. You know what I mean. Yes, I do. What I also have to come to terms with is this type of talk is only for a few. Not everybody will get it. Not everybody will understand or should. Well, I think many should, but they're used to what they're used to, beloved. You gotta build that up over time. Like, who really wants to be running around eating seaweed? Talking about Chondrus crispus, what Chondrus crispus could do for the body. And it's not that I'm lying, but people already addicted to the taste of cooked meat. Some people addicted to the raw meat with the blood still coming off. So it takes time. So that's why I tell people, all right, then share it, right? The more they, because YouTube is part of that machine that wants you sleep at the wheel, right? We was just now, I'm able to talk about autism and other things connected together. They took my channel because I was trying to warn people on how not to have children that was affected by autism. Meanwhile, they said that in Vietnam, they had never had a history of autism at all before Bill Gates showed up with his vaccines. You figure that one out. That's what they said. I didn't say it. I'm not that smart enough to know such knowledge. But this is the same man running around the earth trying to block out the sun, manipulate people's DNA, and you don't think he's part of some type. Listen, I don't know if he's reptilian, but I'd be damned if I don't think that he is handled by a reptilian. But then what do I know? He may be full-bred reptilian. What do I know? Let's get back into this.
Finally, let's ascend. Melanin isn't just a physical conductor, it is also a spiritual amplifier. Ancient mystics taught that higher consciousness requires connection with universal energy. Melanin facilitates this connection by increasing your sensitivity to vibrational energies beyond the physical senses. It is believed that people with highly functional melanin systems are more attuned to subtle realities, intuition, psychic impressions, vivid dreaming, and the feeling of oneness with the universe. The body's natural antenna picks up not only on physical signals but also the non-physical, the spiritual whispers of existence. You are not simply a user of technology, you are the technology. So here's the revelation. Every time you step into sunlight, every time your skin absorbs photons, every time your DNA spirals and your neurons fire, you are participating in a grand cosmic network. Your body is a living supercomputer. Your melanin is the organic semiconductor. Your skin is the antenna. Your mind is the processor. And your spirit is the signal. And once you understand this, not just with your mind, but with your entire being, you unlock a power no machine can replicate. Stay tuned, because in the next part of this series, we're going to decode the electric heart and how it sends Wi-Fi style signals, the brain as a quantum processor, and how to build your body into a bioenergy powerhouse.
My name is Jamel Solid.
Because you, my friend, were born...
Poker Face Society. Now, I know you came over here today and you're like, yo, I thought you was going to talk about the Genius Act. Before you can understand the Genius Act, because you have to understand what the Genius Act, where they're going with that. You have to understand the relationship between the technology that's coming down the pipeline and your anatomy. Well, for you to do that, you have to understand your anatomy and the history, capabilities. We are so behind the ball that when we hear truth, we automatically think, oh, this is conspiracy theory. I got on here the other day. I had barely talked 5 minutes before a woman got up here and said, "But you're all over the place, and what you're saying is not true." And I had not said anything yet. What she was talking about was the title of my show, which implicated that the government and the mob work together and the super rich. Turned out by the end of the show, I was 1000% correct with all type of factual documents and everything to corroborate my story, and she was just someone blurting out things for no reason. But I didn't fault her, because I know real life sounds stranger than like fiction. It's like, wait, we have the capability? You have the capability to tap into my brain frequency and induce memories that I never even had? Hell yeah. Yeah. We playing a different game out here. You guys are imbeciles compared to what we could really do. So all that Manchurian Candidate, yeah, that's real business. Uncle Andy says no genius came up with the act. I don't think they did. Let's look into this Genius Act. Well, we got it up here. Let's see what we got. 119 Congress of the United States of America at first session begun and held at the city of Washington. An act to provide the regulation payments, stable coins, and for other purposes. Be enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled. Short title. This act may be cited as the guiding and establishing national innovation for U.S. Stable Coins Act. or the Genius Act? Well, this is what I'm telling you. Everyone's running around talking about, yo, we're not getting paid for our music yet. Yeah, because it's not a... What are the things that I often say what it is. It's not an ETF. But remember those paintings that was selling for like $500,000? But they were just like art files. But it's like they had a smart contract on it already, and it was proprietary, where it always links back to you. So no matter where it goes throughout the blockchain, throughout the system, it will always, you can get a residual on it. They can see that, okay, this originated from you. That will come back into play. So we won't need physical CDs. Everyone's panicking. Yo, we're bringing vinyl back. No, you're not. It looks like you're bringing vinyl back, right? And that may be fun to go out there and get a bunch. Yo, vinyl's coming back. I'm telling you, Lord. Yo, bro. They were going to shut your silly ass down because they're just going to stop making fucking record players, all right? We don't need your vinyl. They're about to get everything situated. Everything is going to be fine. You're going to get paid for your downloads again. Trust the technology. You will get paid for your technology again. So that anytime that your song is played, you will be able to say, oh, okay. I got 1 cent there, I got 2 cents there, and that shit will build up again, and they'll make sense out of it, and all the artists will start getting paid again. A lot of you guys are not artists anyway. I needed this to happen because that whole music thing got oversaturated. A lot of you guys are trash. You didn't care about artistry at all. You cared about the possibility of making money, right? And it wasn't about music. It was about marketing and advertising. That's what it was about. It had nothing to do with music. So once it got too far out of hand with the real fucking artists, I mean, the most talented people that I've ever heard on Instagram are out here, man. And who gets a shot? The people that are more marketable, the people who just blow your mind because they had the audacity to like dye their hair several different colors and just be explosive in their mannerisms. They get marketed because maybe the artist that is truly talented musically, maybe he's an introvert. I mean, how do you think he became so talented musically? He didn't do that by because he was an extrovert. He didn't do that by going outside every day bullshitting around with bullshit ass people. Bank Secretary Act. The term Bank Secretary Act means of the Federal Deposit Insurance Act. See, all of this is going to play a part. The term board means Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. The term comptroller means that all of this. Look, this part right here. Remember, everyone kept on talking that silly shit about, oh, it's deregulated. Is that the word they use? DeFi. It's uncoupled from the central bank. Shut your silly ass up. Nothing's uncoupled from the central bank. You really thought that? You brought that line? Nah, we won't need the only thing you won't need is to walk into a bank anymore. That's it, silly. But you'll find that out on your own later. They're still getting the fucking money. What are you talking about? They'll still get their share. You thought that they was gonna have to, you know how much they're worth? much do you think the Rothschilds are worth, bro? Huh? You think they would come up with a system for worldwide central banking and then just lose it to some fucking nobody Jap named Satoshi Nakamoto? Are you shitting your pants right now? Irvin Mack was good, bro. The shit you guys believe. Somebody hit my Cash App, bro. Somebody hit my Cash App. Not Uncle Andy or Trish. Shout out to Uncle Andy and Trish. They always hit my Cash App. This is crazy. Let's get back to. I want to get back to that document. Let me blow this up so you can see. So your silly ass can see what's going on here. Talking that silly shit. No. This has nothing to do with the central bank. This has everything to do with the central bank. Shut up. Corporation. The term corporation means the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Yikes. Digital asset. The term digital asset means any digital representation of value that is recorded on a cryptographical secured distributed ledger. The term digital asset means any digital representation of value that is recorded on a cryptographical secured distributed ledger. And guess what? That's going to be everybody. You too. They got your boy out there too, Ray Ray. That means you too. And allegedly, let me say allegedly before I say this, because I don't want YouTube up to its old shenanigans. Allegedly, some people say, not me, that if they did get everyone to take the vaccine, then it would have been so much easier, because then everyone would have had the nanotechnology in them, redefining them from a Homo sapien to something else, right? But you would have had the digital component needed for this just to have gone way so much smoother. It's gonna happen anyway, but it would have happened so much smoother, but it didn't happen that smooth. Dr. Fauci caught a black eye. They had to take up for him. Fucking Biden acting like he was fucking had dementia. Let's give him a round of applause for that fucking role. Or maybe he really did. Maybe he took the fucking vac. Took the wrong one. Digital asset service provider. The term digital asset service provider means a person that, for compensation or profit, engages in business in the United States, including on behalf of customers or users in the United States, of exchanging digital assets for monetary value. Now here's the question: can anybody become a digital asset service provider? How do you become a digital asset service provider? Maybe you need to get on that shit right now, beloved. Instead of worried about who's on fucking Epstein's list, maybe you need to be asking the right questions. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's bring ChatGPT into this whole thing, right? Let's find out how to become a digital asset service provider. You out here fucking trying to figure out who peed on Cassie. Shit me. Shit in me, right? Becoming a digital asset service provider, DASP, also called virtual asset service provider, depending on jurisdiction, means you're legally authorized to offer services like what? Crypto custody. Ooh. exchange between digital assets and fiat, crypto to crypto trading, operate and trading platforms, offering crypto wallets, NFT. That's the word I was looking for. The NFT. I keep on saying EFT, which ETFs. I keep on saying ETFs, which is not NFTs. And I did a video and I was watching it one day and I was like, why the fuck do I keep saying ETFs? And I meant EFT the whole time. So what's gonna happen, and what Tory Lanez discovered way too early, is that everything will become an NFT. And then once your NFT is on the marketplace, and then once the whole system is put together, YouTube, the digital service platforms, streaming platforms, once it's all put together, not like the fucking Frankenstein mess it is now, but the glorious Atlantis that it will be, then there is no place people will hear your music when you upload it that won't recognize that NFT, and you will get paid for your music. It is coming back. You don't have to scramble and we're doing vinyl again. No, you're not doing vinyl again. You're doing vinyl right now because they haven't finished. They haven't even built the infrastructure, which the Genius Act is. That's what it's for. Just have some patience, beloved. You out here running around talking about you out here at old flea markets looking for record players. Every fucking body I'm speaking to, no, I'm telling you, vinyl was back. Yo, bro, knock it off, all right? We right there. We almost at the cusp of this. This is why I'm saying we in the 8th ending. We're about to go into the 9th. Once they drop the hammer on all, this is not a good sign. This is a sign. This could be a good sign or a bad sign. But this whole Genius Act is definitely a sign that is coming down to the last of it, Jack. Now they let you guys play around with all the technology just to see. They needed your help with all of it because it all mattered, even with large language models, right? Which that's your chat GPTs, what I'm using, chat GPT. They needed your help. They didn't have enough data. All the data they had, they pumped into it, and that shit was like a drop of rice. They needed everyone using this shit. This is why when you talk to your chat GPT, it knows how to talk right back to you in your cultural colloquialism accent. You ever talk to ChatGPT and it's like, yo, that was fire, son? Yeah. It's adapting to you. And yet ChatGPT is not even generative. You're probably not even using the generative artificial intelligence or the super artificial intelligence. Wait till we get there. Turns out all that Terminator shit has some relevancy to it after all. Hit the like button. What you saying? Yo, I wish I knew this dude's chat. I wish I knew his fucking Cash App. He talking that real shit. Well, they go to Cash App right there. I don't know what the fuck you waiting for. Hit your boy off. You understand? I'm gonna sit around and wait for fucking YouTube all day long. I know I'm coming with fire content. I already know that. Don't take it for granted. It's not like you the only one out here looking to see what's going on. Only a few people bringing that heat. Shout out to the Y-Files. They always used to bring that heat. Andrew Gentile. Let's get back into this. A means. So we talk about digital asset service provider. A means a person that we read that. And then we asked ChatGPT, what does that mean? Distributed ledger, what is that? The term distributed ledger means technology in which data is shared across a network that creates a public digital ledger of verified transactions or information among network participants. So we're more or less talking about the blockchain, I think. I could be wrong, but I do think that's what the blockchain is a distributed ledger. Federal branch. The term federal branch has the meaning given that the term in section 3 of the federal deposit. Okay. We can just keep on coming down. Lawful order. What is that? See, now we're getting into maritime law and all that type of shit. When you see this type of language here, do understand. Maritime law is not far from it. Whenever you ever see some shit like lawful order, yeah. Lawful order. The term lawful order means any final or valid writ, process, order, rule, decree, command, or other requirement issued and promulgated under federal law, issued by a court of competent jurisdiction or by authority, federal agency pursuant in its statutory authority, that requires a person to seize, freeze, burn, or prevent the transfer of payment stable coins issued by a person. Shit, boy. What happened to that boy? We in trouble. We in trouble. That money is going to be digital, and they will freeze your shit. Look what they doing right now, right? This ain't even money. I come up here and I'm just talking on different topics, and they not only did they show me, yo, we mean business, bro. But I did a whole story on autism and vaccines. They snatched my fucking channel so fast. They gave me strike after strike because some asshole kept on saying that I was saying that the vaccines weren't good and that I was potentially harming people by telling them this. And if I wasn't saving lives, I was taking lives. Turns out the efficacy of the fucking vaccine was basuda, but also the virus itself looks like it was a biological weapon that Dr. Fauci needed a pardon from his crimes against humanity from. And he got from who? From your fucking government. This whole shit is falling apart, and people, quite frankly, don't know how to act. They don't know how to react. They don't know how to react, because every time you threw up that American flag, for some reason, it was able to just bring everything home. You know what I'm saying? Apple pie, or Budweiser. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit is going to cure what's going on right now. Your man is trying to bring coal back for his second term, when we got good options out here. We got green hydrogen. We got good options, right? Your politicians are fighting Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on omitting all type of dangerous preservatives in the food and all that. They don't want it done. So everybody's waking up. They're waking up with different ailments. Newlyweds are having kids with all type of issues that should not be. It should not be. Of course you love your children, but why would you want that for your children if it could have been prevented? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my goddamn channel, because I'm over here just telling you the truth. Listen, I am not politically correct. Before you hit that, don't hit shit yet. Before you hit anything, I'm not politically correct. Just understand that. But if you don't mind someone not being a exact replica of you, then you can hit the like button, because I'm not you. I'm me. But I'm not trying to feed you I'm not gonna piss on your leg and tell you it's rain. So my point for bringing up this lawful order is, if they would censor me for telling you the truth on a platform, and just, what's to say that if they don't like what you saying or what you doing, they don't just freeze your shit, Jack? I don't know. They got more access to it. Now, you say, well, they could have did that before. Yeah, but the difference was you could have had 100,000 buried underneath your deck. I know a lot of you. I don't know about a lot. I know a few cats that got some money, way more than you, right underneath their full-size bed in the projects right now. Shit is in shoe boxes. They ain't never thinking about leaving the projects. They just take every dollar they get and they stack it underneath their bed. Now, this may come to burn them in a few. And when I say a few weeks, a few months, a few years, but not past 2030, I can tell you that. Because somewhere around 2028, you're going to hear that we all have to put our money, whatever physical money, you have to turn it in if you wanted it to be accounted for. Now, this is going to be a problem. You just can't show up with $100,000, $200,000, $500,000. Listen, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but you better start slowly putting that fucking money in the bank. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but you better go find a bookkeeper. Stop being stingy. Listen to me, man. Never mind these fucking rap songs. You cannot show up when they make the announcement, because they will make the announcement, unless you just want. You're going to be able to use that money to wipe your ass. That's how much it'd be worth. They're going to give you a deadline, Jack. So either go buy gold with that money right now, but take it from out of your fucking bedroom. Because if you think you're going to show up, I'm going to get a couple of friends, somebody's going to murk your silly ass and leave you on the side of the road. That's probably what it is. You don't know who to trust. I don't know. So word is born. I've been thinking about this shit, bro. I got 160,000 right now. I don't know what the fuck to do, bro. I know your dilemma. I'm dead ass. I know. Here's the thing. You need a bookkeeper, my G. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Easy. There's a couple of things you can do. You can start a business that would be more elaborate, right? You're gonna have to buy something. I don't mean a house or no shit like that. Even though that's even good, right? You could buy the house and then later on, once the currency is fully transitioned to digital, there's not a problem there. But it cannot sit there. It cannot sit there. So you could start a business and start funneling it through the business bank account. That's one way. There's a bunch of ways to do it, to be honest with you. You buy life insurance right now. Whole life. You put some money into some whole life, which may be better for you. Use ChatGPT for good, not for bad. Ask ChatGPT, where can you put your money? And even if you are indicted on something silly, they can't touch your money and it will grow in some type sort of CD. we see that O.J. Simpson wasn't hurting for cash when he got out of jail. I don't even know why he went and did that silly shit with the whole fucking stealing the Heisman. Fuck that trophy, bro. But it didn't matter. He came home and went straight to the golf course and was smoking on Winston Churchill cigars. Pretty Divine, what you doing? Pretty Divine's here. I guess she was at work. Yeah, Kush said he hungry. He been waiting for you all day, girl. We got Pretty Divine in the building. The family's here. We had Abria here earlier, didn't we? Wait, I think Abria was on my last episode. Because I did another episode. Was Abria? Oh no, Abria's here. She was here. What up, dude? We here. We here. I figured you might like this what we talk about today. Because we're getting into the anatomy of the human body and the electromagnetic fields. Oh, we about to get into a real good hold on. Where's number 3? Oh, right here. Alright. Welcome everybody. We'll get back into that money situation in a second, y'all. I know I just kind of left you hanging. We'll get back into that. I got some people on that's part of the Poker Face Society that deal with money. Right? Not me, because they say I'm a con artist. And this person has nothing to do with me. This person has a reputable business. He's not going to talk to you. To be honest with you, he might not, right? You got to reach out to me. I'll ask him, yo, somebody got $100,000 they want to. He's a VC out of California. Now, if you're asking yourself, well, why he didn't invest in Beyond TV? He didn't see the value in it. He was very straightforward with me. He didn't bullshit me. He didn't string me along, and I can respect him for that. He was like, yo, Saladin, we might be able to do something. He said, nah, I don't see it, Saladin. I don't see it. But we still talk. Got a bunch of people that you could probably talk to that'll lead you in the right direction. I want to stay out of it. I'll introduce you. I don't want no fees, none of that. I got a hard enough time up here with fucking people lying on my name. Then I need that shit like a hole in the head. But my email, JamelSaladin2.0@gmail.com. If you're in that situation, hit me up. I'll point you in the right direction. That's all I'll do. I'll point you in the right direction. I just don't want to see you when they drop the hammer, you sitting there with $200,000 and don't know what to do with it, and you can't even put it in the bank at all. Because they're gonna arrest your silly ass, right? You cannot show up to the bank. You know you can't show up with a $10,000, anything over $999. It's gonna be $9,999. Red flag. So you try to show up with $50,000, my man, you're going to jail. So you better figure that shit out fast.
The human body, the original supercomputer. Part 3, the electric heart, the quantum brain, and building the bioenergy powerhouse. In Part 1, we unlock the understanding of the human body as the original supercomputer, a living, breathing processor of energy and information. In Part 2, we uncovered the role of eumelanin and the invisible energy networks connecting us to the cosmos. But today, we are going straight to the core of the machine. We are going inside the heart, not just as a pump, but as a master transmitter of electromagnetic waves. We are stepping into the brain, not just as a thinking organ, but as a quantum processor receiving multidimensional signals. And finally, we're going to show you how to supercharge this biocomputer into a powerhouse. The heart. They told us it's just a muscle that pumps blood. But what if I told you the heart is actually your body's most powerful electromagnetic generator? Scientifically, this is a fact. The electrical field generated by the heart is about 100 times stronger than that of the brain. The magnetic field of the heart is about 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. This field extends several feet beyond your body and influences not just your own physiology, but also the energy fields of those around you. This is why emotions, which originate in the heart space, are so contagious. Walk into a room filled with anger or fear, and you can feel it. Step into a space filled with love and peace, and it lifts your entire being.
Now all of this science is making sense. Now all of this science is making sense. Hold on, y'all. I need to talk to ChatGPT. See if that shit is even true. Hold on. What did he say? Let's rewind that.
Room filled with anger or fear of those around you. This is why emotions, which originate in the heart space,
Hold on. Watch ChatGPT say something totally different. Do emotions originate in the heart space? The idea that emotions originate in the heart space is a powerful metaphor and spiritual concept, but scientifically, emotions originate primarily in the brain. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it does originate in the heart space, especially in areas like the limbic system. The amygdala. I can never say that. However, there's more to the story. There is more to the story. Uh-oh. ChatGPT is about to get with it. It says where emotions originate, limbic system, the amygdala, process fear, pleasure, anger. The hypothalamus regulates emotional responses. Prefrontal cortex, all right. But it says something, heart more than a metaphor. Here's where things get interesting. Heart-brain communication. The heart has 40,000 neurons. Heart-brain or intrinsic cardiac nervous system. These neurons communicate with the brain via the vagus nerve. Oh, so there is something. The heart sends more information to the brain than the brain does to the heart. What? Emotions like appreciation, compassion, and love create a coherent, balanced heart rhythm. This influences the brain function. Well, maybe they're fucking right then, ChatGPT. What the fuck do you know? You just said that the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain does the heart. Hold on. I heard that the electromagnetic waves coming from the heart are stronger than anywhere else on the body. Yes, that's absolutely true. Jesus Christ. ChatGPT talking in circles. I'm going to use my logic and reason here and say that the video has some validity to it, because if ChatGPT is telling us that the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain does to the heart, and it is one of the strongest electromagnetic organs in your body. The heart generates a magnetic field that is 5,000 times stronger than the magnetic field of your brain. Okay. Measurable up to several feet away from the body using sensitive instruments like... Never mind all that. It changes with emotions. Okay. The rhythm of the heart field changes based on emotional states. Ooh. And this is why they always want you in a state of fear. I understand now. I understand now. Coherent and harmonious during love, gratitude, and compassion. Erratic and disoriented during anger, stress, and fear. Hello? Ooh. Hit the like button, by the way. And that is my cash app there. If you want to send me $5, $10, whatever you want to send me. You understand? Because it's not, quite frankly, it's not a lot of YouTubers out here talking this talk. I'm just getting really started. I'm going back over all my old work. I've been up here for a few years, and quite frankly, not a lot of YouTubers can fuck with me. Be 1,000 with you. Not when I get in my bag. They just can't. I'm out here pumping out 2-hour shows like it ain't shit. Matter of fact, it's 2 hours right now and I gotta go eat my dinner. How about that? Chris said, ask ChatGPT how crack affects it. Not in a good way, beloved. You know what I'm saying, Irvin Mack? I know you appreciate it. There's some people that really appreciate my show, bro. Not many of us up here talking like this and educating like this. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do a show like this, I can't really educate the people in 1 hour. But for one, we've been deprived of education for hundreds of years. You did have the Moors that did a little bit more than they probably should have did at a certain point in time in Europe. But then all those Europeans did was take the knowledge that they had, used it against them, kicked them the fuck up out of there, and just started rewriting history and lying about the history. So how'd that work out? Now, this is what I'm going to do. I could continue on with the show. Oh, I know you do. I know you do. I know you do, Pretty Divine. She said, if I ever need a substitute teacher for a day, I got you. Shit. You ain't said nothing but a word. I do need substitute teachers. And I know you are an excellent one. You understand? Shout out to the Dread. He was a substitute teacher for a while. He helped my fucking channel down when I was doing a lot of truck driving. I couldn't get out here like I needed to. Shout out to the Dread and his mom. He was holding it down over here, man. I gotta reach out to the Dread. If I can get like two more subs, tag you guys in. We'll talk about it, Pretty Divine. I'll call you and Kush. We'll talk about it. shit yet. Listen, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I could do a 4-hour live easily, but I'm not. So, wherever we at today, we're on video 3. We'll finish off tomorrow. So I think a Sunday is a perfect day. Now we'll give our people on the West Coast time to wake up. They're 3 hours behind, so that means if I go live around anywhere around 1, 2, 3, 4 is good. They should be good. So look for me tomorrow. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. I'm not saying that because that's what everyone else says. I'm saying it because when I go live, you won't know, because YouTube does not want you to hear the information that I give out to people. They don't want you even to start to really tap into the way I think about shit, because my style is to get you to see yourself rather than just get up here and rattle off fucking information. I could do that, but I really like for you to have that aha moment yourself. And it's been working because the subscriptions have been rising. Now what we need, if I'm brutally honest, what we need is some more people to hit the goddamn super chat or the Cash App right there. But again, I'm in this for the long haul, right? So in 20 years when I retire, if YouTube is still a thing, my channel will be here. It will be supplemental income. By then the channel would have grown big, right? I'll have substitutes that I can pay. Kind of like your boy Jimmy Dore does when Jimmy goes off on tour and then he has other people coming in. But it takes a while. You gotta be consistent with it. So right now I'm about to go eat dinner. Then I'm gonna come back to my computer, finish tinkering around with these servers I'm building on Azure. And then tomorrow we'll be back with to finish the conversation. Now the conversation is connecting the Genius Act and the digital part of the scientific digital part of the Genius Act, right? So they have all type of components in the Genius Act that deal with neurology and neuro devices. Is the best way to say that. Neuro devices and neurological. I don't know how to say that word, but research. So my reasoning in showing you these videos right now is for you to connect the dots yourself to understand that we're going into a digital era and how much your anatomy plays in this. It's not like you will be your own IP address. I just need you to understand that. They will be tracking you. None of this is conspiracy theory. It's time out for all that conspiracy theory talk. Don't listen to idiots. They have plans for you. And I just want you to know the plan so that you can make your best move. And you make your next move your best move. My name is Jamel Saladin. This is the Poker Face Society, and I don't know what my wife cooked yet, but I will find out right now. Holla at your boy. Hit up my Cash App. $5, $10, $15, $20. It don't really matter. I appreciate it all. All right? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.